A rally's been held in central London today against cuts to higher education. The financial problems have been made worse by a drop in international students coming to the UK. Universities and colleges in the capital rely on overseas students who pay higher fees than domestic ones. The government says higher education reform is needed. Bhavani Vadi reports.
This protest is against the severe financial problems in higher education, with 10,000 jobs possibly going across the country. With student services and courses already being cut, London is one of the worst affected.
Students who are halfway through their programme, like myself, don't know if they're going to have teachers, the people that they signed up to, people they're paying their fees to study with.
If there's not enough of us there, we can't provide students the support that they need. If they get that support, they go on and do great things. But right now, we're being put in a position where we cannot give them the support that they deserve.
The government are trying to make cuts in education. I think that it's short-sighted. I think they're just cutting anywhere without an understanding of what it's going to mean to the people it affects.
This worsening financial position is also down to a drop in international students after visa changes last year. This has a greater impact in London because it has twice the national average number of international students who pay significantly higher fees.
What we desperately need from government is emergency funding, not just to plug the gaps that we have now, but we also need them to revisit the really damaging visa restrictions that the last government brought in, reverse them and make sure that the UK is a much more welcoming and inclusive place.
The government said it recognises the contribution of international students, which is why it's important to ensure the system is not open to abuse, and that further reforms are needed to fix the foundations of higher education, and universities must do more to make their finances work. Bhavani Vadi, BBC London.
A man's been charged with murder and robbery after an 87-year-old died in North London. Emergency services were called to Goodchild Road in Manor House near Finsbury Park last Tuesday. The man was taken to hospital but died from his injuries. 58-year-old Peter Augustine from Hornsey will appear at the Old Bailey on Tuesday. A woman from Maidenhead says she's been made to feel not disabled enough after changes to her personal independence payments, or PIP. Katie King-Cooling suffered a spinal cord injury, leaving her unable to work. But following a reassessment of her disability, her benefits were cut. Alex Meakin reports.
7 years ago, Katie woke up to excruciating pain in her legs. She was diagnosed with cauda equina, a syndrome which leads to injuries to the spinal cord.
I have good days and I have bad days. A bad day for me is not being able to get out of the bed, being in agony.
Recently, Katie has had her personal independence payments reduced. It's ahead of a tightening to the eligibility criteria for PIP, which the government will roll out in November 2026.
My fear is that the changes that they will make will let further people with disabilities slip through the net.
The changes to Katie's PIP payments means that she will receive £114 less every month.
For those who go, well, sorry, you should be able to get up and work, unless you're an absolute vegetable, you should be working. It's not that I don't want to work. I'm trying to contribute. It's whether or not the working environment wants to employ me. We're very lucky we have a roof over our heads, we have food, but we shouldn't be on the breadline every time.
A Department for Work and Pensions spokesperson said all PIP assessments are conducted rigorously, but they recognise the process needs modernising, which is why they're launching a review of PIP assessments. Katie has launched an appeal against the withdrawal of her mobility payments.